Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in the times of Jesus and complain about poor Wi-Fi reception? Although at first glance this seems absurd, these two things have more in common than one might think. Both the lack of a stable network connection and issues related to social inequalities influence our daily lives in many ways. In the times when Jesus strolled through the marketplace in Jerusalem, society was no less divided than it is today. We're talking about an era where one's social status could be discerned by the clothes they wore or the place they lived. Doesn't that sound familiar? In this social mosaic, one of the most touching stories is the biblical tale of Lazarus and the rich man, found in the 16th chapter of Luke's Gospel. While the rich man led a life of luxury surrounded by opulence, Lazarus lay at his gates, yearning for even a morsel of food. This parable is not just about the afterlife, but primarily about the consequences of ignoring inequalities in this world. Now, let's transition to the 21st century, an era of technological advancement where we can navigate the virtual world and order food with a single click. Have inequalities disappeared? Sadly, no. Although much has changed, much remains the same. Many people still lack access to basic health care, education, and decent living conditions. The scale of modern inequalities is best illustrated by the fact that in many countries, a small percentage of people control most of the national wealth. International corporations have more power than many governments. Their budgets surpass the annual incomes of some countries. Steve Jobs was one of the richest people in the world. He had access to all scientific and medical advancements. He only lived 56 years. In the 14th chapter of Mark's Gospel, Jesus said, "For you always have the poor with you, and whenever you want, you can do good for them." This isn't an expression of resignation, but a timeless challenge. Jesus' words call us to vigilance, to recognize inequalities in our surroundings, and to act for change. In an era where technology grants us nearly limitless possibilities, our responsibility towards others has grown even larger. Utilizing the tools available, we can act to make the world a fairer place. It's important to remember Jesus' words and strive to live by them, aiming to build a society where every individual is treated with equal respect and dignity. May God bless you all. Pastor Witold Augustin.